Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we'll be talking about the film The Witcher: Nightmare of the Wolf. Fun fact: The Witcher is actually based off of a group of novels that mainly focuses on Geralt of Rivia. This movie came out in 2021 and stars Theo James, Lara Pulver, and Graham McTavish and was directed by Kwang. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Nightmare of the Wolf tells the story of Geralt's mentor and fellow Witcher, Vesemir. In the movie, Vesemir is tasked with going and trying to kill this monster. But on his journey to kill this monster, he unearths this secret that may lead to the destruction of the Witchers. Nightmare of the Wolf is filled with action, adventure, and magic. If you like Castlevania, The Witcher, or Dota, Dragon's Blood, then I suggest that you give this movie a try. Nightmare of the Wolf is a great prequel story that explores more about the Witchers and explains to us why there aren't so many of them left. I love how this film is a prequel to the Witcher TV series, but it really does stand on its own. I love how this film focused on Geralt's mentor and showed that he is the reason why the Witchers were able to survive. It was interesting how this film showed us how Witchers are made, but also showed us how, in the face of all of these crazy monsters, the Witchers were the best people to take them down. I thought the fight scenes were cool, and it really showed how amazing the Witchers were in this movie. I love how they not only had, great talents when it came to fighting, but they also had this limited amount of magic that they can use when they really needed it. I love how in the movie, when they're fighting these giant creatures, you think the creature may have the upper hand. They take this little potion and then they just completely wipe out their competitor. I love how Ileana remembered Vesemir even after all the years and him looking way younger than her. I thought it was interesting for them to show how Witchers age differently than humans. So while she was over here looking 70, he was looking like maybe 30. I thought it was cool to show, how the Witchers really had to leave their old life behind and even like all of their old relationships when they were starting their journey of becoming a Witcher. I love how in the end he ends up bringing her back to the lake that she dreamed about as she is dying. I really wanted Tetra and Vesemir to work together to not only find out what was going on, but to also find a solution for this problem. I was sad that she ended up being his enemy and eventually is part of the reason why he stabs the person that he loves the most. I was glad that she was taken down in the end though, because Homegirl, I was rooting for her to turn good, but once she betrayed Vesemir, I was like, she gotta go. Bye bye. There were a couple of different creatures that they showed in this movie, and I love how they showed what they were capable of. It was interesting to see Vesemir take on these different monsters and showing how it may be a little difficult for him sometimes, but he'll always prevail. I love the animation in this film, and I'm so happy that they did the animation in this anime style because I felt like it made the fights look cooler and it fit so perfectly within this movie. It was great how this film included more folklore to expand the Witcher universe. I love how we got to learn about, the witches' history and learning about how they are part of the reason why there aren't so many elves and learning why the witchers will be able to stay in business for so long and create more witchers. And so I just thought it was interesting that they decided to add more stuff to keep building this universe. My favorite part of this movie is when Vesemir and Tetra are facing the Basilisk, and they think it'll be a little bit easy, but then they find out it's been mutated, so taking it down is going to be a lot harder. I thought it was great to see their different strengths utilized on screen and showing how them working together was a great team to take down this monster. I was really sad that they ended up being, enemies in the end, but I thought that team up was just great. Nightmare of the Wolf is a great prequel with an interesting story and amazing animation. I love how this film expanded the Witcher universe even more and introduced us to some new characters. If you have not seen The Witcher Nightmare of the Wolf, I suggest that you go check it out. Thank you for watching. I would love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. If you have not subscribed, please do so you can keep up to date with more of my videos. But besides that, everyone stay safe, have fun, and goodbye.